I know I'm not the only one who this child care fraud situation pissed off, because I was a teen parent and going through the system to get childcare, because childcare is enormously expensive. The cost of it is more than you'd make at a regular job. So you need help from the state. And to get help from the state, and even to get like cash help from the state, like if you need help at all, being a teen parent, you obviously might need some help if you don't have family. You have to follow their rules, and those include looking for work or working. And even then, like, you have to make sure that your kid is going there every single day. If they miss a day, you get in trouble because there's like requirements that they have to be there. They can't be absent. And even if you just had a baby 4 weeks ago, it's expected of you. At least it was back then. And I scraped by, literally scraped by. It was so difficult for me. And there were points where I was waking up at 4 a.m. to go to my job to make the same amount that the child care assistance program was paying somebody to watch my child. In fact, they were paying more to the child care assistance program to watch my child than I was paid at my job. And when I asked if a family member, my mom, could take care of my son while I'm at work, they said sure, but I think she would only get like $2 an hour. If it's a family member, they only pay like $2 an hour. And obviously she can't make a living doing that, so she was not able to do that. And so that's the way it was. Family members cannot do it. They didn't have that option. And even when I moved states, there was a time where I was living in Las Vegas, and in order for you to get childcare assistance, even if you have no job, no money, you have to pay for the childcare. So I was paying childcare every week out of my savings while I was training for a job, and it took like 4 weeks for training. I ran out of money before I even finished training, and there was nothing they could do about it. And that was one of the most stressful times in my life, because that childcare was also neglecting the kids. They would have a whole bunch of kids in one room, one tiny room. Infants would be crying when I walked in, and they would all be at the desk laughing and joking around. And one time I got in an argument with them over it. And this was a childcare that my sister had recommended me. So it upset her that I was there, arguing with the director, because she knew the director, but I didn't care. The childcare looked amazing from the photos, amazing when you walked in, but that's not how it ran. So not only are you paying all your little money towards it, but you're also getting your child neglected during the day. So you're working to make less than the person who's watching your kid is paid by the county just for them to neglect your kid. It's a messed up system, and I think everyone knows it. And what makes me so upset about this fraud situation is because I worked so hard my whole life to take care of my kids as a single parent, even having to fight childcare systems and different childcare places with a whole bunch of licensing violations and behaviors that were horrible, high turnover. They don't even pay their staff that much. All to deal with that my whole life. It affected my entire life, childcare situations. Just for someone to be doing this all these years for millions and billions of dollars and not deserving it. Even childcare, after school childcare, there was hardly ever any. There's never after school childcare. And if there is, it's full. That's what prevented me many years from making enough money to support myself and needing to use the government for help, because the childcare, the school hours are different from work hours. So yes, I have a master's degree, but can I be there from 9 to 5? No. It's just frustrating. It makes me so furious that no one's getting arrested, that they're making excuses in the main mainstream news, like CNN, that they make the children watch at school, is reporting fake news about it, tearing up the person who exposes it instead of really diving deep into the situation. It makes me furious. Practices of dropping your child off without even saying goodbye, just dropping them off and hurrying up and running out the door, is harmful. And that's what the local, what is going on? There's like a emergency car down the street and another one coming. It's strange. So anyway, like I was saying, it's harmful, the practices that they put into place, the child care practices for the child development, because they're built off of efficiency here in USA. They're not built on the well-being of the child. And that's shown in this table here, where it shows the difference between the drop-off style in USA compared to Germany. In USA, it's quick. You have to hurry up and leave before the child even notices you're gone, and they encourage you to do that every time. But in Germany, they make sure that you spend time with the child in the new environment until they're comfortable. And the harm that you can see, it increases separation anxiety and stress, the US type of drop-off style. So yeah, this is all I have to say about this situation for now.